नवयुग शिक्षण प्रसारक मंडळ चापोली, संजीवनी महाविद्यालय चापोली, ॲफिलेटेड बाय स्वामी रामानंद तीर्थ मराठवाडा युनिव्हर्सिटी नांदेड. Good morning all the student of class BSc TY. Subject Zoology. Paper number 15A. Name of the paper Aquaculture. Semester 6th. Unit number 1st. Introduction to Aquaculture. In this scope of name of the topic Scope of Aquaculture. Represented by myself Dr. Thorat Mandakini Manohar, Assistant Professor and HOD of Zoology Department. Yes, student, in the last period we see the aquaculture. It is a branch of zoology which deals with the study of aquatic animals like the fish, prawn, crustacean, molluscs, etc. They are cultured with this branch. Also in the last period we see the benefits of aquaculture, objectives of aquaculture and types of aquaculture. In this period we see the scope of aquaculture. So yes, since 70% of the world surface is covered in the water, humans have realized its importance as a resource. For this reason, one of the areas heavily exploited regarding the use of water as a resource in the aquaculture, especially in the production of food as opposed to using the terrestrial land. Aquaculture is the process of rearing, breeding and harvesting of aquatic species, both animals and plants, in controlling the aquatic environment like the ocean, lakes, river, ponds and stream. It serves the different purposes including the fish production, restoration of threatened and endangered species population, wild stock population enhancement, the building of aquarium and fish culture and habitat restoration. Here are the various types of aquaculture as well as their importance. Aquaculture, less commonly spelled aquiculture, also known as aquafarming, is the farming of fish, crustacean, molluscs, aquatic plant, algae and other organisms. Aquaculture involves the cultivating freshwater and saltwater population under the controlled condition and can be contrasted and commercial fishing, which is the harvesting of wild fish. Mariculture refers to the aquaculture practiced in the marine environments and in underwater habitat, depending on hydrobiological feature, depending on the motive of farming, depending on the special operational technique. Various types of cultural practice are carried out in each of these divisions. Some have been discussed here. Mariculture is an aquaculture that involves the use of seawater. It can either be done next to an ocean with a sectionized off part of the ocean or in the pond separate from the ocean but containing the seawater all the same. The growing plants like the seaweed are also the part of mariculture. These sea plant and animal species find many uses in manufacturing the industries such as the cosmetic and jewelry, where the collagen from seaweed is used to make the facial cream. Pearls are picked from molluscs and made into the fashion item. Second is the fish farming. Fish farming is the most common type of aquaculture. It involves the selective breeding of the fish either in the freshwater or seawater with the purpose of producing a food source for the consumption. Fish farming is the highly exploited as it allows for the production of a cheap source of the protein. Furthermore, fish farming is easier to do than other kinds of farming as a fish are not care intensive but only requiring the food and proper water condition as well as temperature. The process is also less and land intensive as the size of ponds required to the grow some fish species such as the tilapia is much smaller than the space required to grow the same amount of protein from the beef cattle. Third is the alga culture. Alga culture is also the type of aquaculture involving the cultivation of algae. Algae are the microbial organisms that share the animal and the plant characteristics. They are sometimes motile like other microbes, but they also contain the chloroplast that make them green and allow them to photosynthesis just like the green plants. They have to be grown and harvested in large number. Algae are the finding the many application in the today's market. ExxonMobil has been making the strides in the developing them as a new source of energy. Fourth is they are the integrated multi-trophic aquaculture. It is also called IMTA. IMTA is an advanced system of aquaculture where the different trophic levels are mixed into the system to provide the different nutritional need for each other. Notably, it is an efficient system because it tries to emulate the ecological system that exists in the natural habitat. The IMTA makes use of these intertrophical transfer of resources to ensure the maximum resource utilization by using the wastage of larger organisms as a food resources for the smaller ones. The practice ensures that the nutrients are recycled, meaning the process is less wasteful and produces the more product. Next is they are the inland pond culture. This usually involve the inland artificial pond of about 20 acre in size and about 6 to 8 feet deep. It is common to see the aeration system connected to the pond. To introduce the air into the ponds, this enhances the supply of oxygen and also reduces the ice formation in the winter season. In the China, over 70% of the farmed freshwater fish are produced in the constructed ponds and nearly all of the farmed catfish are raised in the ponds in the US. Aquaculture is the recirculating system. This involves a closed set of chamber where the fish is kept in one and water treatment kept in the another. It is highly dependent on the power supply as water has to be pumped constantly through the fish chamber. As the water flows through the treatment chamber, particular water is filtered out and air introduced. This closed system controls the salinity, temperature, oxygen, and anything that can cause harm to the fish. It is an environmentally friendly system because very little new water is introduced to replace the water that evaporated. The residue from the filters is also disposed in the responsible manner. Next scope is the open net pen and cage system. Open net pen and cage systems are often found offshore and in freshwater lake. Mesh cages of between 6 and 60 cubic feet pens are installed in the water with the fish inside it. With a high concentration of fish in the pens, pests, chemicals, parasites, and disease are often exchanged in the immediate water environment. The fish also attract predatory animals bigger fishes which are often entangled in the nets. This system uses the public water, therefore, the environmental regulation and some authorization protocols must be respected. Next scope is the flow through, or it is also called a recipe. This is the system made of long units stocked with the fish. The units have feeding station attached to them. Water is diverted from the flowing water and fed into the recipe unit flowing downstream down the end of the unit. Waste is collected and disposed of. Recipe are common for the culturing. So these are the different scope of aquaculture. Next period we see the type or kinds of the aquaculture.